we've got to stand up and go in.
Because we look adventure-y.
Keep that bar. Rubber side down.
You all right there, ladies and gents? How's it going? You find us over at the ABR Festival, the Adventure Bike Rider Festival. I'm on my Tuareg 660. Behind me is Mr. Fish on his Honda CRF250 Rally. And yeah, we're on a 15-kilometre off-roady trail type course around the grounds of Ragley Hall. It's not just this course that we've got here, there's a whole festival going on. You can get test rides on the various manufacturers, motorcycles and all that sort of stuff. And there's food stalls and trade stands and people and beer and fun and joy. And it's pretty awesome, and we're camping here for the weekend. Now, the ride here wasn't particularly eventful, so I am bringing you some highlights of the stuff around the show from here. So we'll try and show you some of the joys of this festival, as well as some of the shenanigans and stuff, if we're able to get the cameras out once we've had a few beers later and stuff. I'm not used to riding on grass, and even dry grass can be a little bit iffy. I've got knobbly tyres on this bike at Motors Tractionator Adventures, but I very much had my confidence dinked on this bike on the last off-road venture I went out on with 3 offs. So I'm just taking it gently, and just going to enjoy being out on an unusual situation, out exploring the grounds of some stately home or whatever it is that Ragley Hall is. So yeah, it should be quite good fun. There is a 30-mile-an-hour limit, so we do have to be respectful of that. Last year it was all a little bit mad, the pace that people were riding at. I mean, I'm not a good enough rider to go that sort of pace anyway, so I don't need to worry about the speed limits as such, but I do have a post-it note on my screen just to remind me, just in case. There are a couple of courses here. You've got an easy one which is like a 5-kilometre jobby, and then you've got the more advanced one which is 15. Now I'm probably going to do the more advanced one if we have any say in that. I don't know which course we're actually on. I don't know if they join together and you split off in a bit or what, just because I've no experience of this before. I didn't do it last year. I'll come up here, but I was on my Moto Guzzi V85 and that had road tyres on, and well, like I say, grass and motorcycles are not the best of company. So I really didn't fancy that last year, but this year a bit braver and on a much better bike for it. So we got here yesterday afternoon. We had hoped to get here in time to see the TMF at the Mr. Flyer do his little talk on the Harley Davidson stage. I think that's the one he was at, I can't remember, but we missed him. But we did catch Bruce Teapot 1 doing his bit, and then I met Ryan from Fortnite, which was nice. I only got a selfie, I didn't really talk to him because he was busy chatting to other people and stuff, so that was kind of cool. This is quite good. It gives people that want to go faster, like Mr. Fish, the chance to weed their way through the slow coaches like myself. I'm quite content just pootling along and enjoying my speed. Yeah, the East Sussex lanes I did the other week, they really massively dinked my confidence in my ability on this bike, and it's meant that I'm just not able to push harder than I would otherwise. If I was on my B-tail I'd be absolutely dandy, but let's cross lanes. I don't want to be behind this guy anymore. Cool. These guys on big old bikes here. That's the thing, is like, even if my confidence is dinked a little bit, you've kind of just got to get past people who want to go slower than you, just because it's not fair to harass them from behind. Now, it's not a difficult course, it's not difficult at all, it's just me, I'm making my world harder for myself. And I should really always stand up when I feel like I'm making my world harder for myself. It will make my world easier. And sandy dust. It's the thing, I don't really want to sort of go past someone where it's got a little bit more technical. You don't want to push someone else offline, and you could also end up doing something that puts you offline. Yeah, so we'll sit behind this chap for a minute. But yeah, last night was brilliant. We got here in the afternoon and caught up with Teapot 1, said hello to TMF briefly, although it was the most weird handshake and it all just went to poop. So that wasn't his fault. I think we just caught him off guard. And yeah, Richie V there, we had a few drinks with Richie, which was cool. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Met up with Extra Rider briefly, Howie 501, I think it's 501, 701, I can't remember Howie, but yeah, it was great to meet you, Howie. Sorry, you kind of caught me off guard when you said hello. I wasn't expecting to bump into someone at that point. Yeah, we met up with Extra Rider as well, and then met up with Uncle Longbeard, who I've been watching his channel for ages. He's a cracking guy, and he mainly records bike tours or sort of tongue-in-cheek bike reviews of his thoughts on new bikes that are coming out, like the BSA and all that sort of stuff. So that was brilliant to meet up with him and have a few beers. This Aprilia Tuareg is such a fantastic bike. I'm blown away by how well it behaves. Admittedly, I have changed the tyres, but it's just awesome. I know these are all easy lanes and trails and stuff compared to what a lot of you hard enduro guys do. What we got here? Nothing really to worry about. Although I did pick the wrong line and go straight into the deep rut there. I've only got fish behind me. I might try and get past this guy. But then you come across things like that at just that point where you want to try and get past someone, and then you look all silly because you have to go slower than they were. I might actually try and get past this chap. I know fish can follow. Alright, what we got here? What we got here is a left turn, is it? Ooh, and now it's all busy again. I'm guessing it gets a little bit technical on the next section, and they're just letting people through one at a time so you don't end up with a pile up, which is wise.
When you think, right, we can get going.
What's that?
Just when you think, right, we can get going.
Yeah. I know, I'm nervous about overtaking people as well, so I don't want to cut them up or anything like that. And it's like I was just about to overtake him, and then that muddy bit came along. I was like, oh no, I'm going slower than him now. Okay, so this one is a little bit more technical. Woo, yeah, nice. Woo, and slidey here because everyone's got wet tyres. Oh, I'm going to catch up with new people joining. I don't get how people are joining the trail from different places. Science is weird. Eyes down. I quite like the mix of easy and more technical on this. It's not crazy more technical, but just a little bit more technical. The trouble is because you get so much of the easy, and then the technical thing comes up, it makes you more nervous about it. And sand. This is sand. Fish likes the sand, I really don't. But I survived, I didn't die. He's just got so much more confidence in me on the corners. I know he's on a lighter bike, the CRF250, and he's actually got more trail orientated tyres than I have. His are sort of more 90-10s or 80-20 dirt bias, so yeah, it's all a bit easier for him. Oh, I'm not dying on this sand. It's not actually that deep, but it just scares me. It just scares me. Right, everyone's slowing down a bit here. What's going on? I wish that guy hadn't passed me then. Still, it's all good. It's all good. Yeah, I was saying I quite like this mixture of trickier and easier stuff. And it's not tricky, it's just trickier. And it's good experience for me in a nice safe environment with lots of first aiders all around. Can't see any of the trail here, it's just dust. It's just really nice being around all this ruralness, all around this ruralness. It's a nice part of the world, this is. For those who don't know, Ragley Hall is sort of up in the middle of the country, the middle of England that is. The bike's running away a little bit. Look at them flowers, aren't they pretty? Nice. Yeah, it's in the middle of our part of the world, near Birmingham. And yeah, it's a beautiful part of rural countryside. Last night was brilliant fun. It was great to catch up with some channels that I've not met before, and some that I have, or even some I've done live streams with or whatever, like Extra Rider. It's kind of weird knowing people through the internet, because you don't really know them as people. But I was saying to Mr. Fish that all the YouTubers that I've met so far, they're all exactly kind of the people that they are online, and I think that's what makes those ones successful, is that they're themselves. They're not trying to pretend to be something they're not. It makes life a lot easier if you are you, doesn't it? Hopefully sort of intermittently during this lap I'll show you little cutscenes of other parts of the event here.
Please welcome to the stage the one, the only Red. There we go, thank you very much. Thanks very much everybody, my name is Richie Vita. Thank you very much for being here, thank you. Alright, that totally looked like I was waiting for the big, I'm not walking on yet. Did you just bring all your family? I don't even know who these people are. Keep your clothes on.
So you can sort of see what the atmosphere is like, the different places that you can go and eat, and a little bit of the back stepping out there, not a lot, but just enough for me to know that I can, and I need to respect the throttle. I'd quite like to get past this chap, but I'm not going to do it on a downhill grass section. I'm stupid, but I'm not that stupid. I think that is possibly us having done the trail. I'm not sure. Not sure. Might be wrong. I can't hear you.
Did you want to do the expert one?
Was that not the expert one?
No, I think it's there. It says expert only that way.
Oh, I don't know.
We go back, have a rest, and then see what we feel like later.
Yeah.
I'll do that again later. Hopefully it'll be a bit split up.
Yeah, there's more people sort of just...
Yeah. It's alright. It's good fun.
I mean, you're on a better bike for it than I am.
Yeah.
And it's the grass that I'm really sketchy on.
Yeah, it's very nice.
So as we come over the hill here, you'll see some of the stands that are here for our entertainment and enjoyment, but you only see a very small part of it on the road here. You don't get to see all of it. That's sort of over the other side of that divot of trees, that clump of trees there. But yeah, there are lots and lots of people here, which is really good to see. It's so nice to see that events like this sort of recover from things like COVID, and you get to actually experience them properly. So you've got lots of manufacturers here, not just dirty bikes, you've got road bikes as well. Over there's all the stages and foods and stuff like that, and then you've got like Harley guys here, they're doing sort of road tests. I'm not sure if they're doing anything off-roady with the Pan American, oh shit, there's a fucking big lorry in front of me. I should pay attention. This is a road. I missed the Aprilia stand, but this is where the Aprilia stand is, and they've got all the line up there pretty much, although they've only got the top end models. They've got the Moto Guzzi's there as well, which is nice to see. So you've got the V85. BMW are over that way, so we can't go past them. But yeah, then you've got Royal Enfield here, and various little trade stands and what have you. Kriega, sw-motech, Enduro stand, all of them are all here. So yeah, it's kind of cool. Got the TRF there, and that is a lap. That's the easy lap apparently. There's a lot of people here who trailered their bikes here or stuck it in a van and stuff, which nothing wrong with that if that's how you want to do things, but it's kind of nice, I think, to do this on bike, load your bike up and travel halfway up the country and just go camping properly, motor camping. I don't know. There we are. So I've been having an absolute blinding time at this ABR Festival. It's been really, really good. I was going to go out and do the extreme, or whatever you call it, course, trail ride course, but then beer was suggested, so we had more beer instead, and I think it was a good idea because it rained and the grass and stuff, when it gets wet, it's not much fun. And the majority of the course is on grass. You're going to fall off if it all goes a little bit pitong, and I just didn't have the confidence out there today when I was riding before, so I was like, no, we'll count this as a win. I didn't fall off. I've had a brilliant day riding and hanging out and drinking a few beers, listening to some music, speaking to the trade stands and all that sort of stuff. It's been really good fun. I've loved it. I've had a fantastic time. I think this has been pretty much the exact opposite of what I felt at the end of the ABR last year. They've fixed absolutely everything that was wrong with the last one. There's been no queues for the toilets, there's no queues for the showers, there's been plenty of food. I mean, I don't think I'd be able to eat from every single stand here unless it was like a 2-3 week long event. There's that many food stands. It'd be nice if there's a few more beer stands, but actually during the daytime I've not been having to queue for the beer for any more than that you would at a pub. It's only in the evening, which we're going to be experiencing soon, that you're going to have to start queuing. The weather's been hit and miss today. There's been a lot of rain, like all at once, but the majority of the time it's been sunny and absolutely gorgeous, and it's been hot and warm, but then the wind's been blowing and then it's got a little bit cold and chilly, but it's been an awesome weekend, and I've absolutely loved every single moment. It's been brilliant hanging around with some of the other people that we know from YouTube, and yeah, it's just generally been a brilliant weekend. I really can't fault this. They've fixed everything that I didn't like about the last one, plus increased on all the goodness of the other bits and bobs that were brilliant about it before. Yeah, the only thing I think I regret is not queuing up to test and ride some other bikes, but at the end of the day, it's like I've said before in some of my other videos, I'm not really that interested in riding bikes unless I intend to buy them, and I'm at the moment, I'm at capacity on what I can have in my garage, and each of the bikes I've got actually does everything I want it to do, so why ride others? I've had a few chats with some of the other trade stands, the Enduro stand, sw-motech and stuff like that, about doing some bits and bobs for my bike, my Aprilia Tuareg 660. So I'm quite looking forward, once we get out of this environment, to emailing a few of the contacts I've made with them, just to see if we can sort something out, maybe get like a sun guard for my Aprilia, or some travel luggage and stuff like that. That would be really awesome. They're not gonna, I'm not a big enough channel to think that they're going to give me anything for free, but it would be really nice to see what their kit's like and then give you some real world reviews, motor camping, touring and that sort of stuff, so you can actually see what this stuff is like in the real world rather than on those paid for, effectively, advertisements. I think it's going to be amazing. The Aprilia is turning out to be just such an incredible motorcycle, and I can't wait to get into the depths of that bike and learn what it's like to live with over time and actually get to know it a bit better and learn to ride it better. Yeah, it's going to be pretty awesome. But we're not talking about the Aprilia here now, we're talking about the ABR Rally, and it's a blinder. Anyway, right, I'll catch you in a bit out on the bike or something or other. Oh, wowzers. Well, that is the ABR done. So yes, a fantastic weekend. This is a totally different event than it was last year. Yes, last year wasn't very good. So if you are thinking about coming to the ABR but were put off by how it was last year, do not be. It is brilliant. It is brilliant. The whole atmosphere of the place was party and happy and friendly. The trail riding was kind of cool, and just all the things that were there to see and do, just, yeah, it was just brilliant. It was fantastic, well worth the money, to the point where I'm almost contemplating doing next year, even though actually the reality is I was not going to. Previously I thought I'd do alternate years, but I've just had so much fun here. It was just spot on. It was spot on. So thank you ABR for throwing a really good party, and thank you to all the awesome people that I've met and chatted with and drunk beer with. It's been brilliant. It's been a pleasure just to spend time with you all. I'm not going to go through all your names, and I'm not going to name drop everyone that we sat and drank with, but it was just wonderful. But on the back of this, it looks like I've got another weekend camping coming up very soon, with the Bad weekend. Yeah, I didn't realise it was on a week where I wasn't working, so I might well book myself onto that, which will be brilliant too. Obviously Richie Vida will be hosting that, so he'll be a little bit more stressed than he was at this one, where he was able to relax and enjoy the party. So yes, brilliant times, and lots more happening soon, hopefully too. Fantasticals. Right, well, I think there's probably enough content in this video for me to not need to drag you all the way back down to West Sussex. So yeah, I guess this is it. Thanks for the awesome company, Mr. Fish. Top bloke. Go follow his channel, The Chronicles of Mr. Fish. Links down below and at the end of this video. Go follow his social medias too. He's pretty sort of prolific on Instagram at the moment. Yeah, awesome stuff. Alrighty. Well, if you haven't done so already, click that subscribe button. If you like this video, give it a little thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a little thumbs down. That's all cool in the school. But please also drop in a comment. And yeah, you ride safe, take care, and I shall catch you all in the next one. Bye bye for now.
Keep that bar rubber side down. You know, you gotta keep that bar rubber side down.